we're at the last session for the day, and we're joining again. Actually, this never happens, Melanie. We're like together on stream.
It's a rare moment.
We just thought we'd take the occasion to actually wrap up nicely our first day. How did it go for you?
It was lovely. I have seen so many familiar and new people, chatted to so many new faces. It's been a good day.
Nice. Portfolio reviews, tell me, how did those go?
It was lovely to see so many projects, and we had a look at all of them up front. So there are quite a lot of them and so many nice projects. I think there's not enough time to ever show all of the cool projects, but we might have a couple of minutes today in this session to go through them.
Yeah, we wanted to firstly say a huge thank you to everyone who participated, went on the OFF website, shared their portfolio. If we didn't get a chance to reach out, thank you. And we did keep a couple in mind, so we'll try and show those, as you said. And also thank you to the speakers today. That was amazing. Craig, who was here for the portfolio reviews, and just the whole team for taking us back to OFF. We'll do another round of thank yous on Saturday. Reminder, Melanie, on where everyone can find us for these sessions.
So the best space to see us is probably behance.net/live. An alternative option is, of course, YouTube, but Behance is the place to be because there's a chat and you can join the conversation there. Otherwise, of course, YouTube for likes and subscriptions. We're always happy to get those.
Yeah.
And keep watching the videos because everything's still available for replay. So take the time, go through them. Craig had so much nice input from the portfolio reviews today. Definitely worth a minute. So definitely go through it. Valuable feedback on portfolios and design careers in general.
Yeah, and I also want to add we have a huge Discord community where you can also chat to other creatives. I'll try and put the link in there in a bit when we transition. And of course, I forgot to mention that we have an amazing booth that was designed. Some of it was helped with Vasava, but also Tina Thule, and a bunch of people have been involved in creating this, so Adobe's a big family. Melanie, what do you want to go through in this last session as a little wrap-up?
So the things I'd like to do is we go through a couple of projects we really liked, and the other thing is we should probably give a little bit of a preview for the upcoming days because there's a lot coming up, a lot of nice talks and a lot of nice portfolio reviews. But let's maybe have a look at a couple of portfolios.
Sure, we'll give shout outs to anyone who submitted, but here are the first ones.
So we start with this really nice branding studio based in Barcelona and Berlin. In general, I really like I would say rather minimalistic, but on the other hand, very playful designs there.
Yep.
Also, the presentation was really nice. Let's have a look at this one, maybe.
I'm going to try and find a name in the meantime.
Super. Yeah, well, we can also have a look at
Raphael, I think was the name.
So in case you want to get in contact, My Dear Studio, that's the name. But a really nice combination of illustrative work, but still very minimalistic and on point.
Yeah. I love this branding. Also, we've had a long day. That's making us really hungry already, right? Ready for the rest of the day.
Especially the illustrations here, super nice. We have a video here. I will not play it now, but
maybe opening Instagram
cool
if there's
example.
a chance, we can quickly give a shout out to Raphael or My Dear Studio if we get it to load.
Yes, there we
Awesome.
are.
Yeah.
Very nice. It's always good to see a couple of projects that are different in some way, but still have one style, so you can see what Raphael is going for. Really cool.
Yeah.
Should we? I know we have a lot of portfolios here. Let me know in case I'm going through them too quickly.
No, but let's go. Sounds good.
We have Hada Lasson here, which is also branding, I would say.
Yep. Some graphic design.
We have a preferred project here that you'd like to see.
Let's go through. I'm intrigued by the innocent one. Let's maybe go through.
Let's have a look.
What might that include? We're exploring at the same time.
I know you really like minimalistic design.
I do, actually. Completely right, yeah. And I'm also into more muted colors. Karina and I had a chat about colors, of course, earlier on, and also just received Kelly Anna, who was talking about her use of colors. Do catch up on those sessions if you have time. But yeah, I'm more on the muted side.
Yeah. I will have to do that too. I also have to catch up on the last two sessions because I might have spent the time outside having a chat with Birgit Palmer, who's going to be here later this week.
Amazing. Very nice.
And Rick, who
Yeah.
was there just before, right?
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Who else do we have? I know we really wanted to receive Berta. If you're tuning in, I think Melanie had a soft spot for your work.
Definitely. So cool. I love the split between sketchbook and work here. Super cool projects. The gradients are just amazing. We can have maybe a look at this one. Very dreamy,
Yeah.
but still very bold in colors. So maybe next time Berta can join us, but this one is one of my absolute favorites. Also the work related to that, super cool.
Totally. The more experiential side as well.
Yes, definitely. A lot of installations, a lot of how well the audience can experience design in a room.
Yeah.
So super cool. I would actually love to see those in real life.
Yeah.
And get a real presentation of those. So Berta, in case you're watching, very well done.
Yeah.
The other one we have is Natalie, focus on UX, UI. I think I like this project here on the right side a lot. Do you remember which one your favorite was?
Let's go through scrolling a little bit. Yeah. Oh, this was one. I also remember this now.
Yeah, I really like the
Yeah.
presentation here and how the concept came together.
Yeah.
It's built on movement of bodies, so really cool.
I like this kind of mood board approach as well to pulling like the New Yorker there and the different elements. It looks a little bit like Matisse as well. It reminds me of my French roots.
Ah, there you see it.
Super cool. Now I remember going through this.
Yeah. So from movement to complete abstraction, that's where we landed this illustration. And I like to see the illustration visualized
Yeah.
and applied on, in this case, on
We had a
t-shirt.
chat today earlier about presenting Behance portfolios. I think that's just a great way to also see inspiration on how other people are sharing their work out there. A lot of brands, and I know also at Adobe, are looking for people on Behance. So if you have time to clean up something, it's not just Instagram and looking at likes, but also what channels are you on, and like how can brands find you and find a community too in general.
Definitely. What I love about Behance is it's been around for quite a while, almost a decade, or more than a decade actually. So it's definitely the place to be for creatives.
Yeah.
I know Instagram is super cool, but Behance is really the place for professionals, people who work in this field, and also clients go there for inspiration. So I should work on my Behance portfolio too.
This wasn't a hint, but
I got it. It's a hint. No, but I see so many nice projects. There's so much effort in those. And it helps so much to communicate the concepts and ideas that are behind. And I totally see why clients buy those illustrations or hire those artists, because, well, it's such a well-presented work.
So kudos to Natalie. Who else do we have?
We also have Eugenia Avil. I hope I pronounced that correctly.
Yeah, based in Barcelona, so we're here. Some beautiful work too here.
Yeah, in case you're around, maybe just for a drink outside or to watch the presentations, would be lovely to say hi. I have a hard time to pick one of the the projects here because
I'm really attracted by this blue somehow, like the type work. We have David Carson, by the way, tomorrow on stream, so then you'll have the pleasure to receive him.
But you
and
too,
Rufus,
right?
and Rufus.
Rufus will do the interview.
Yeah.
That's correct. Yeah, I can't wait for the input, because even if you listen to someone else getting feedback, it's still something I can learn about, and that's what's very valuable.
Love going through this, for example. It's just like the process and workflow you went through.
Very vibrant colors.
Agree.
Pajamas, no regrets. I totally signed that.
I'm going to give a little shout out in the chat. In the meantime, we have Nuno Diaz, who's saying, I've never had a personal website. I always posted my work on Behance, and it always worked for me.
Yep. Let's see, we have a couple of familiar faces.
We have Daveid Glissman,
really
who's
cool
turning.
Hi, David.
Hi, Clarissa. Hi, Bruce. Cody. Nice to see you.
It's good to see everyone.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have time. Yeah, let's go through the next one.
Another brand. We had a lot of brand submissions.
Yep.
which is cool. It's currently one of the hot topics, I would say.
Yep.
Everything revolves around branding and positioning, well, oneself in the design field.
Yep.
So it's not always just about clients, and especially if you think about Adobe Express, it really helps to put your own brand forward. And we've seen quite a growing audience of designers who use the tool and who really just present themselves in a more consistent and better way. So I think it's really valuable to have it around.
I think today we also really see like the value of animation, for example. We went through things like 3D in the sessions, we went through After Effects with Rob. We really covered a lot of what you can do if you start experimenting as well. Rick is a perfect example of someone who's very crafty, so I love this like non-linear journey.
It is, but I think that's what makes design so exciting.
Yeah.
If it would be the same every day, none of us would stick to it probably. Yeah. It's experiencing something new, discovering things we have never tried before. That's what design is about.
And if we do have time, I'll add another portfolio once we've gone through this, which was photography. I just remembered Mathieu, who was Aichi, I think if I pronounce this well, if you want to type that in, Mathieu Blondin in France, just beautiful work.
Should we give it a try?
Yeah, sure. Mathieu.
You saw the name.
I think that's the one. Let's try and find the right Behance.
We might need
It's the other way around. It will be worth it, folks. But yeah, photography just didn't get enough, I think, credit today, which is also nice to go to. I finally found it, so we made it. And here we talk about Lightroom, so that's also a tool we haven't really gone through. And some of the work, look at that first pin.
Yeah.
Great identity, right? And personality.
I love the vibrant colors combined with the very dark side. Super cool photography.
Yeah.
Maybe something for next year to have also someone who can feedback on photography, because it's such a shame to miss out on this portfolio.
Something that I want to mention in how we also take these portfolios through and match them with the right creative. So we have a list of great creatives like Gemma, who will be with us on Saturday, David Carson, we had Craig Black, and we will also have Marcel Zuel tomorrow. So really finding a good match in terms of who can give you feedback and is skilled to do that.
Yep, definitely. Yeah. So really cool work, and in case you want to see more of this work, it's also in the Adobe Photoshop Lightroom preview image for the loader. So
that's quite an honor, isn't it?
Cool, recognized work. Yeah. I would love to do that at some point too.
Yeah.
Let's
Splash
see.
screen. Hey, here we go. We've got the full.
But very nice work, and more photography maybe next year.
Yeah. Noted.
Katrina, what do we have here? I think this one was one of my favorite projects from her. Again, love the representation of the interface, but also the design in the background, how it immediately communicates the brand. Again, very minimalistic. I think that's what everyone tries to go for.
Yep.
Design the least amount, well, it's probably a lot of effort, but it should look very simplistic.
The day I have someone going through really complicated work, I will chase after you, Melanie. Day or night.
But super cool mock-ups again.
Yeah.
Cool examples, cool combination of abstract elements plus this. It also looks very techy. So the brand itself, it's I think a cryptocurrency wallet. Yeah, blockchain wallet. Well presented and just on point when it comes to branding.
Yep. I've just posted a link as well in the chat. I think we're offering a bunch of resources. If you feel that the portfolios or these sessions were not enough for you, we do have an Instagram account for Adobe Live. We also do have streams on behance.net/live every week. Pretty much at any time of the day, you can find someone streaming on there. So. Yeah, if you want to keep growing, meet other creatives and find a community, then that might be the right place for you.
Yeah. The cool thing is all the streams are really live, so in case you have questions, the hosts and guests will respond immediately and really answer. And I think they're always very honest and very genuine about what their opinion is. So definitely worth to drop by on Behance, in the chat, and ask your questions. Do we have questions in the chat? Are there
I think
any?
we're pretty good. We're getting some pretty good feedback. Sean is with us. We're talking mostly still portfolios and who's visiting a personal website. Melanie, are you a fan of updating your website?
I'm a fan of it. I don't do it regularly, I should, but of course updated websites are the most important thing. I did the mistake for a long time. I had a portfolio that was not updated and people tried to hire me for the wrong projects.
Very interesting, yeah.
Super cool requests, but I didn't do it because, well, I wanted to work on something else. So.
Yeah. Something that I learned as well from Eva earlier on is that she made her website very interactive, and it's sectioned, so you're not overwhelmed by experience. You see some very intense websites too, in terms of like how your client is expected to engage. But she created little sections where you could play with designing your own sticker and doing some small things that were maybe a bit more interactive, which I thought fun.
It's very cool, yeah. And it makes people stick around a little longer and explore your work.
Yeah.
I will keep that in mind. Maybe I should do that too. But whatever you have on your portfolio represents the skills you have and what you'd like to do. So just show projects. Show projects that you'd like to work on in the future. Yeah.
I just typed in another project that I thought of, who was Chris. Not a lot on Behance, so if you are watching, would love to see more, but this was really awesome.
Again, I like the combination of illustration plus brand design, the representation again, and it looks so smooth and soft, and I think it's 3D rendering. If we'd have a look at the Instagram account, we'd see that there's a lot of 3D and rendered stuff going on. So super nice portfolio. Again, very, very nice selection of colors.
Yeah.
Typography too. It's such, you look at this project and you have the feeling that it's somehow perfect the way it is.
Yeah.
Of course, I think if Chris would look at this herself or himself, they would see something that can be improved, but if I look at it from an outside perspective, it's really, really cool.
Yeah. And some appreciation on that too. I just saw how many likes that got. I think the Behance community really enjoys going through this full process.
Again, it's a lovely presentation. Before we had a product that was presented, now it's more a brand design, UI design, super cool.
Yeah.
We see the colors that are used for the project. We see how the illustrations get together. It's like a toolbox of elements that come together.
Yep.
Very nice. Yeah, I think that should be the goal of illustrators, to aim for a project on Behance that really describes the process, the concept behind, and how things came to the very end of the final result. Because often you just see one picture. And there's sometimes not even a description, and it's nice to look at, but it's really hard to grasp at the same time. So having this documentation about the process is really relevant and really nice to see. It also gives the clients an idea of how you work, of the process you have, and it's, again, another nudge towards a collaboration, probably.
I think we had 2 more projects, or 2 more that were mixed in there if we find them. And then we'll talk a little bit about tomorrow.
Okay, then let's have a look at, oh my God, this one was so cool too.
I can see it's in French. Sacha. Let's go through it. I haven't seen this one.
I really like this one because it's versatile styles, but at the same time they are so classy somehow. Let's maybe start with this one. I think this is an Adobe portfolio. So in case I'm wrong, let me know, but I think it's an Adobe portfolio, which means you upload your projects on Behance, you click a button and it transforms your Behance projects into a portfolio. Of course, you have to tweak it at some points, but this could be a Adobe portfolio, which is really cool if you want to have a website without a lot of effort.
Yeah.
And it's included in the Creative Cloud.
Beautiful.
It is.
Love it.
Should we stop here with the portfolio reviews? A lovely poster at the very end. what do we have on the list for the next days?
Well, let me give you a sneak. So I will start in the morning with Be Real, who will be with us. We have a lot of studios, so very exciting. Frame Store, I heard their talk was just a hit today. So they'll be with us, and then I'll be passing on to Rufus and Melanie with David Carson on reviews.
Very excited.
And Marcel, so you'll be back to back. I hope you're ready and fresh
I'm so ready.
Morning. And I think that's pretty much it for the whole day. We will be again back on Saturday. What are you looking forward to, Melanie?
I'm looking forward to the portfolio reviews with Gemma, because I follow her work since a long time and I haven't met her in person yet. That's probably my highlight for the booth here. Otherwise, I have a couple of talks on the list I want to see.
Nice.
So
Awesome.
I hope I get the time to really go there and see them.
Sounds great. Everyone, thank you so much for joining today. A big thank you to all the tech who set this up, and also Paco for being in the chat today, moderating, and anyone who's involved hands-on. We'll do the same again tomorrow. So, get rest, catch up on the replays, and see you tomorrow fresh at 1 p.m. CET on Behance.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Melanie.